EA Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Cleveland Browns. Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. With a juke. And now running right through him. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Antonio Gibson is an absolute dart with the ball in his hands, and he can make you miss, and he can run over you. Took a little while to crack the starting lineup as a rookie, but boy, was he sensational when he did. Went for 115 yards and 3 scores in a Thanksgiving Day clobbering of the Dallas Cowboys. And Washington, they feel like they had a real find when they took him in the 3rd round last year, number 66 overall, and he justified their decision.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And 24 yards to gain there, another first down as well. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. To throw, Bridgewater. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense. Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Here's 2nd and 10. Prescott now, option right. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Now, this defense for the Lions, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 42-yard line.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The tight end Kelsey was the intended target, and it's 3rd down. Now, this defense for the Lions, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Dak Prescott, probably not the first name you think of in terms of strongest arms in the NFL, but he showed it off there.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's third down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham, you have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
And that one covering an even 63 yards in the air. Point after, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. On the counter, Gibson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Throwing is Bridgewater. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And the return will stop right around the 25. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 23 yards, the final tally. Cohen. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Tariq Cohen with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Browns lead this now. The point after is good, and it's now 14-0.
Score Browns 14, Lions nothing.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. A handoff for Gibson. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Jabal Sheard wreaking the defensive havoc. Throwing on 2nd and long. Bridgewater. That's complete out left to Ayuk. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Throwing, Bridgewater. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all. And if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff. And it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. On the handoff, Dillon. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's good for a Cleveland first down and 11-yard pickup.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Prescott. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Bridgewater on 3rd and 2. Got an open man, finds Gibson. Touchdown, Detroit. Antonio Gibson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions have got it back to a 1-score game. Didn't have anything downfield, swung it out to the flat. He did the rest.
Such a staple of so many offenses we see now. You know, in our discussions with offense coordinators, how many times do they tell us, hey, this offense is designed for either a touchdown or a check down. We saw the check down on that play, and boy, was it successful.
We saw a touchdown, too. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. DeForest Buckner make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Working with a 2nd and 4. Throwing, Prescott. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 34-yard line. That's good for 28 yards. A first down throw for Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. Forced out to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. And again, it's Prescott. Flush to his right. Got his target, Samuel. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Prescott. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
On 2nd down, Dillon. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Prescott from the gun on third. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Quickly, a slant to Renfro. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
First down, Bridgewater. He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Bridgewater. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one, as it's good from 56 yards out. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
On second down now, it's Cohen, and he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. Prescott to throw it. Throw left side, taken in by Rodgers. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. The Browns send out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Second and 10.
They go play action. Bridgewater. And incomplete on the deep ball.
But the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater.
That's out to the flat for Gibson.
And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot.
A short game that doesn't get him the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. On the return is Pettis. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 33 yards that time. Now Prescott. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Lions' 32-yard line.
On play action, Prescott. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Dillon now on 1st and 10.
And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Second and 5 now. Prescott.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off inside the 10. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time. And that's another great play to come away with the football.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
75 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
On second down, it's Gibson, and he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Bridgewater now. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
On second down, another run for Dillon.
He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. That goes for a gain of 31. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
First down, a run with Cohen. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
They'll run here with Dillon.
Stopped short, down at the 1. Had the broken tackle, but couldn't get it all the way home. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked them back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
And this is off the left upright, and it caroms in. Not the most convincing kick you'll see, but he got it to go. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So put 3 on the board. A little bit of a hook on the driver that time. Looked a little bit like you, Charles, over on the 8th at Windermere.
You know me too well, partner, except that he got his to hit a tree and kick back into the fairway.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards there on the catch and run. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater.
He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 more yards for him there. It's a 1st down. Throwing is Bridgewater. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Whitney Merciless showing no mercy. Flies in for the sack. Another try after the 1st down sack. Bridgewater. This is brought in by Gibson. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Steps away to his left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Demarcus Robinson, his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Lions have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
Dante Pettis now from his end zone.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. But now it'll be 3rd down. Off the play fake, Prescott.
Oh, Brown, a nice catch.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A great pickup there, 35 yards, and obviously the 1st down to go along with it.
From the gun, it's Dillon.
Justin Jones there on the stop. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Now this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Prescott to throw. Oh, he's going to go for it all. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used the slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
And that is no good. He hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the fourth. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Ty Summers, the one that was able to bring him down that time. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They run once more with Dillon. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Prescott.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
So decision time now because a field goal keeps it a one-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here's Prescott. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury.
We can't be stopped.
Well, my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I've just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in the tough spot with that interception.
And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down.
Hunter Renfrow is the man he was looking for.
That'll bring up 2nd down. Bridgewater.
Connecting with Andrews.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. He's going to let it fly.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Bridgewater to throw. Escaping the pressure right.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there, and it's 3rd down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Bridgewater. Slings it to Anders, and it's complete. The tight end has it. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. Now Bridgewater. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Third down, trying to get a little bit closer. From here, the field goal would be 55 yards. Back to throw. He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And he'll try and throw here on the fake. And it's complete. They're going to get the first. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
I do know in my years of doing this and playing this game, the head coaches have to be a bit unpredictable. Right now, his fans, though, they may have other words for it. Can you imagine the scenes in living rooms around this world? Sitting there saying, what the heck was that? But it worked.
It worked. A field goal, though, would have almost assured you overtime here late in the 4th quarter. Well, he won't have to answer those questions because you're right. He got it done.
Do you get the sense he didn't want to go to overtime?
Yeah.
He knows his team, and he feels like maybe this is all they have. Let's get it done now.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. Oh, a good return up past the 30. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And no return here to begin. The overtime session, that'll be a touchback. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. Lets this go for Renfro downfield. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And 3 yards to go.
So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll run with Gibson. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 88 yards rushing for him now as he was just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. First down, Bridgewater. Over the middle, he gets it to Gibson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. First down, Lions on a pickup of 13.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Bridgewater. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jamie Collins. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Third and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Here's Bridgewater. Flush to his right. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfro. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 3rd and 19, no problem as they're able to convert. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, down at the 33. On the draw, it's Gibson. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. 2nd and 8. Throwing, Bridgewater. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
After what they've faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
3rd and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Flushed out right. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal as he's able to take this inside the 10 to the 8. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
They'll run with Gibson.
And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
A give running right, Gibson.
He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Escaping the pressure, fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. And my, how the tables have turned. They had a chance inside the red zone, punch that thing in and end it. Now we're going the other way.
And it's real easy to just look at them and say, boy, what an error, what a mistake you made. But how about the defense coming up huge?
There.
Let's give them a little bit of credit, keeping their team in the game, because if they score a touchdown there, it's game over.
And he'll be taken down, as that'll net him only about a gain of 9. 47 yards on the ground for him so far. On second down, another run for Dillon. And he's going to pick up a first down here as that clock continues to run. 7 yards there and a first down.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So that's it. No double overtime until the playoffs rolled around, so that means this one ends in a tie.
Yeah, that's ultimately unsatisfying for both teams, the fan bases. Heck, for us, we came here to see a winner, right?
We did.
Winner and a loser. We didn't get